When Qasim's wife heard this strange request, her curiosity was aroused. Wonder what they want to measure. It can't be corn, they're far too poor. And she quickly brushed a touch of tar across the bottom of the measuring pail. And when she got the pail back, there was something stuck to it, as the clever woman had known there would be. It was a gold coin. A gold coin. Where did that come from? They're the poorest of the poor. And she rushed off to tell her husband. Qasim was most annoyed. How dare my brother have gold coins without telling me about it, he snapped. And off he marched to ask Ali Baba for an explanation. Ali Baba innocently told Qasim his strange story, but asked him to keep it a secret. Of course, Qasim promised, but he quickly told his wife about it and ordered the servants to saddle 10 sturdy mules for next morning. I'll be richer than ever. Incredibly rich, he said to himself as he went to bed. But he didn't sleep a wink for thinking of the treasure. It was still dark when Qasim and his mule train set out. When he reached the mountain, beyond the forest, he pronounced the magic words and entered the cave. With a beating heart, he crammed as much as he could into the saddlebags. But Qasim's greed led to his downfall, for the bags were so stuffed with treasure that they became too heavy to lift. Qasim realized, with a sinking feeling, that he would have to leave behind some of his previous burden. But it took him a long time, and he was still picking over what to keep and what to abandon, when, as fate would have it, the robber band returned. When they saw that the entrance to the cave was open, they rushed inside with drawn swords. Unlucky Qasim was quickly discovered and killed. And the robbers were so fierce that they chopped him into 4 and left the pieces at the entrance. That will warn any other snooper of the end that awaits him, shouted the leader. Qasim's wife waited in vain for 2 days, then in desperation, she ran to Ali Baba and told him where her husband had gone, asking for help. Ali Baba was dismayed. He promised he would never. However, Ali Baba was fond of his brother, so he saddled a mule and rode to the mountain. When he saw, to his horror, the remains of Qasim, he broke down and wept. Then he plucked up enough courage to wrap them in a rug, which he tied to the mule's back. But Qasim's wife, when she saw what had happened to her husband, died of a broken heart. Ali Baba and his family went to live in Qasim's palace. There he met Morgantina, a clever young slave girl who had long been a servant in a palace. It was she who told Ali Baba that his brother's remains could be put together again before being buried. Mustafa, the cobbler, would do the job, for a good reward. I have to blindfold you, Morgantina told the cobbler, so you can't see where you are going. Then there won't be any gossip. The cobbler did work well and was led, still blindfolded, back to his shop, with a bag of gold for his trouble.